Welcome to OZChris vs. Boom Studios, here with a review of Go-Go Power Rangers number 21. And this is part of the overall Necessary Evil story that's also happening with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And also this kind of serves as a bridge between Shattered Grid and issue number 40, I think it was, 40 of MMPR, where now Tommy is the White Ranger. So I'll get into that. So written by Ryan Parrott and Sina Grace, art by Francesco Mortarino with ink assistance by Vincenzo Federici, coloring by Raul Angulio, and the cover by Amelia Vidal. So, so Tommy and Kimberly are out on a date. I believe this is like the same scene that started in Shattered Grid. So in that scene, Dracon appears and kills Tommy. And Kimberly finds his dead body, and so does Jen, the pink Time Force Ranger. But instead of that happening, Kimberly runs back to Tommy and gives him a kiss, and they officially start their relationship. Unbeknownst to them, someone is actually watching this happen. So several months later, quite some time has passed. The Rangers now have their Thunder Zords and the Thunder Megazord as well. So they're fighting off against a monster. Tommy briefly appears in the Dragon Zord, then disappears, giving the Rangers enough time to defeat the monster. And with this, they reveal that this is going on during the time where Tommy is starting to lose his powers. He's slowly losing the ability to become a Power Ranger. And if you've watched the series, you know that once the powers get transferred to Jason uses all of that because Tommy can't use it properly anymore. Tommy leaves for a while, and then he returns as the White Ranger. So this arc is exploring that whole Tommy's losing his powers. He feels like he's not a Ranger anymore. He feels like he's not one of them anymore, and it's also affecting his relationship with Kimberly, and that's mainly just the main crux of the story. There's a little surprise at the end. I won't spoil it, but I'll leave it there. So story 4 out of 5. I think there's a really good start for this new arc, and it is serving as like it is a gap between Shattered Grid and the new start to MMPR with number 40 with Ryan Parrott, who was also writing that series. So it is a good bridge between that, following off the events from Shattered Grid, all of like having undone what Dracon had done to the Power Rangers multiverse and all that. So following on from that, Tommy is now starting to lose his powers as well, which will eventually lead to him becoming the White Ranger later on. So this was definitely a good start to this arc. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. I really like the art and coloring, especially just this single page here, just a black background with just white feathers falling down around Tommy and Kimberly as they have their first kiss, officially start their relationship. Good art and good coloring that. But overall, I really liked the art and coloring in this issue. The cover, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5 as well. Good art, good coloring. I really like it. But side note, I know with a lot of people, I was a bit worried with Sina Grace becoming a co-writer on this. Given that his track record with comics is those two bad Iceman comics, it didn't look particularly good. Even if like Ryan Parrott was still going to be a writer on there, Sina Grace, his resume wasn't particularly good, but I really enjoyed this. So I'm hoping this wasn't a fluke. I really hope it wasn't a fluke. I'm hoping Go-Go still keeps or even better with the quality of this issue and the previous stories as well. So hopefully it stays good, and this first issue of the new story arc issue number 21 was definitely a good start. So that is all for this review. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.